Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my TBR Takedown wrap-up. That was over the weekend from the 8th to the 10th, and I had 4 books that I wanted to read, and I didn't read, I only read 1 out of the 4 that I said I was going to, and I started on a second one, but yeah, the other 2 I didn't get to. What can I say? You know, I just didn't really, I wasn't in the mood to read them, and so yeah, I mean, I did read one of them, and that was not Since You've Been Gone, I read that one before it, Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. I really love this book. I said that when I was going to pick this one up, that I knew by the end that this was going to like put me into a sob fest, and I was wrong. It started way before the end. Pretty much right at the end of the first chapter, I was crying my eyes out. But I loved it. I loved every second of this book. Though there was, I do want to say that the main character was a little annoying at times. She just did things. She was very repetitive in the things that she did, and she knew she was wrong doing it. It was just, yeah, I was a little annoyed by her, but in the end everything worked out and it was all fine. But I loved it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. One of my favorite books of the year. Oh, and that was completed a challenge of a standalone, but this is the only challenge I completed, so yeah. And then pretty much what happened is I started this one late Thursday, like right at midnight. So pretty much finished this Friday afternoon, and I started on An Ember in the Ashes by Sabat. And I got to page 25 and stopped. I'm liking it. I'm not hooked on it yet, but I was just really not in the mood at all, and so I really didn't read anything like Friday night, Saturday at all. I was done. Well, I mean, I read a little bit Friday night of this. Like, I read maybe like 5 pages, and then Saturday I was just picking it up here and there, and I really only got to 25. It was awful. Yeah. And Sunday, I had to work all day. Well, I had plans on Saturday too, so I knew I wasn't going to get that much reading, but so Sunday, which is the last day of it, I had to work all day. I work all day Sundays all the time, but usually when I'm working, if it's really, really slow, I can pick up a book or whatever. So I picked up Komowa Confessory. This is a story and art by Maki Minami, I want to say. I don't know. This is volume 1. I actually just bought it a couple days before I read it. So I guess you could say this is from my new haul, but I'm not going to add it as a challenge because I actually haven't hauled this yet. But yeah, I just picked up a manga because I knew I could get through it. And I figured try to get as much reading as I can done on Sunday. And I liked it. I thought it was really cute. I wasn't blown away by it. Like, there are a lot of mangas I love. This one is not one that I'd say I truly loved, but I did like it, and I enjoyed it. I flew through it. I did laugh at a few parts, which is good. I really, altogether, just thought it was really cute, and I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. And then, you know, I'm at work, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to pick up An Ember in the Ashes, and I didn't at all. I mean, I thought I was going to. I had the time to do it. I just didn't do it. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to read it. But I did pick up The Crown and the Arrow by Renee Ahdieh. This is like a prequel novella to The Wrath of the Dawn, which you guys know I loved. It was one of my favorite books of last year. And pretty much this is just a short story of a Wrath of the Dawn short story. It's really like 9 to 15 pages long. It's not that long whatsoever, and I believe it's free for the Kindle, so definitely go and pick it up if you have read The Wrath of the Dawn and really enjoyed it. But this is Khalid's, the king's, point of view, like in the very beginning of The Wrath of the Dawn. So you actually get to just, you know, find out what he was thinking during the beginning of it, of the first book. So I enjoyed it. I believe I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Actually, I love Khalid, so I could have given it a better score. Here, you know what? Let's check. I can't believe I'm doing this right now, but let's check. Let's see, what did I give it? I did go to 4 out of 5 stars, that's what I thought. And then I realized while reading it, gotta go back, that there was another one I could read, and that is The Moth and the Flame by Renee Ahdieh. This is another short story, and technically you're supposed to read this one first, because this is 0.25, and then read The Crown and the Arrow, which is 0.5. So yeah, I read this one after that one, but it's okay. And this one is a prequel completely to The Wrath of the Dawn. This is, like, these are the events that happened way before it. I don't want to, like, really spoil anything, because this, it kind of, like, spoils the whole mystery of The Wrath of the Dawn, so you really should read The Wrath of the Dawn first. But I really enjoyed this one, and this is actually in the point of views of Despina and Jalal, who are two of my favorite characters in The Wrath of the Dawn. I love those two. They're great side characters. I love them. So I was really, really happy that this one is actually in their points of views, and it was really good. 4 to 5 stars again. I absolutely loved it. And that's all I read for TBR Takedown. That's all I read. I do plan on picking this up, but I don't know. I just don't know why I can't do it. I'm not in the mood for it. I'm going to probably have to put this down and pick up another book. I don't know, but I'm just not in the mood. And then each day that goes on, I find out there are more authors coming to BookCon that weren't on the list before but now are. So there's more books I have to read, which I found out Nicola Yoon is going to be there, who wrote Everything, and I loved that book. It was my absolute favorite book of last year. It's amazing. I love it, and I'm super happy that she's going to be there. This is going to be great. And I found out Jennifer Niven is going to be there, and I have All the Bright Places, which is right there. So yeah, I have so many books to read now. More than I did before, so... But yeah, I mean, if I'm not in the mood for this one, and if I can't pick this one up, I'm going to try again, and if I just really am not in the mood for it, I'm going to put it down and just pick up something else, because I have way too many books to read, you know, to, like, try and force myself to just read this one. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, guys, that's all for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.